be honest, when it comes to the topic of AI nowadays, there's a lot of confusion and frustration or uncertainty. And yes, it is true, AI is making waves and having huge impacts on what we do and how we do business nowadays. But it doesn't mean that AI is going to be replacing every single tiny aspect yet, at least. Look, and how I try to view it and how I try to think about it is nowadays, more and more, you almost have like two different types of business owners. You either have the business owners who are in the camp of like how it was before the internet, of I don't need it, I'm never going to touch it, I don't know why I want it, I don't want it to be a part of my business, I don't even want it to be in my business, I am scared of it, right? Fear, uncertainty, doubt, worry that of the impacts or the negative impacts it's going to have. And then you have a person who is going all in on using something like AI or at the time, right, the internet, and seeing this massive impact of the type of effect that it's going to make, right? And the people who are on the other side, taking that risk with the technology are seeing massive multiples of returns. Upwards of 10, 15, 100x in some cases, right? So if you see two business owners, right, and they're in the same industry, they have the same opportunity, but one is sitting there running everything manually, and then the other one is using AI to build sort of like AI automated or AI powered systems, you're going to see that the manual founder is going to be far more overwhelmed and stressed trying to deal with all of the noodles and bits of a business, right? Trying to hire properly, going and emailing, doing the follow up, doing the sales calls, doing the marketing, doing the development, finding a person for each one of these pieces, right? Whereas the founder who's going through and saying, I need to look at how to systematize and build a process and then start automating and then injecting AI where possible is going to start saving way more time. So they're going to have a much more efficient business, right? In a lot of cases, they might save upwards of 50, 60, 70% of the workload of a person in each of those areas. So now you have a business that, yeah, it has retainer costs, but those retainer costs aren't 30, 40, $50,000 a month for a new business. Maybe they're $10,000 a month, right? So I'm getting the same output now. I'm doing at least the same amount of work, but I'm doing it with substantially less residual cost on my end, right? And so when you think about this, a perfect example that I would actually use is using Make.com. Super simple no code platform. I've got a bunch of videos on how to use it. Using it to do lead outreach, right? Automating your process for generating lead lists, right? Getting in front of new people, curating some of your responses, getting in front of them, and maybe providing some unique optimized content that's specific to that person, right? The time it would take just 2 years ago for a sales rep to go and see John Doe at Apple and then go, oh, hey, John, I was on your LinkedIn and saw that you posted about your kids 6 weeks ago, and I really, your kid's really cool looking. It's awesome that they played at that baseball place. And oh, by the way, you want to buy my stuff? I see you work for Apple, right? Like that method is just out of the window now. Like if you did that, you either have to be insanely good or you're in person, right? Because the in-person aspect is really part of this is what's changing. Or you're just, I just don't see how you're going to keep up, right? I can train my voice. I can train AI with my voice and create voice content. I can create video content. I can create image content. I can create text content. I can create docs for you, 100% customized and trained on who I am and what I do and who you are and what you do and how I can help you, right? So again, think about it this way. AI isn't what's really taking your job. It is a founder who took the time and figured out how to use it. Right? They're the ones taking your jobs, your opportunity, your ideas, or a new business, and getting the results out of it, right? So they're taking the opportunity that you saw but you didn't want to touch, and getting more out of it. That's just what it is, right? So look, I'm talking a lot here, but ultimately, if you wanted to do something like this, you can beat that. It doesn't take a lot, which is so great because We're in really an information age where information is everywhere, right? There's a billion other people just like me making similar types of content, but you chose to watch this one. Thank you, by the way. Feel free to like and subscribe if you like the stuff. Join me on my magical monologues. And so you can get so much information, right, out of the ether, but not everyone goes and takes the effort to learn it, retain it, and then apply it. Now, AI is a like all-knowing God in a sense, it seems like, right? In terms of being able to provide information or to receive and digest and output info in a meaningful way. But it's currently not there going to just start something and completely automate it for you, right? Now, what's really helpful here is it at this point has very strong building blocks. So it won't take much for you to take, a couple of weeks, a couple of days, a couple of hours, go learn how to implement AI and automation in injecting it into your business, wherever it is. Easiest areas to start: sales, marketing, customer service, customer onboarding, proposal generation, customer follow up, invoicing, some finance cleanup, right? So on and so forth, right? There's so many different little areas that are just massive areas of opportunity. And even if you're not making more money immediately on the front end, you're saving time, energy, and resources on the back end, so that way you're not spending 50 hours a week on something, right, which is really like 30 hours a week doing probably menial tasks and 20 hours doing actual value oriented tasks. You now are doing 30 hours a week of good content, or you could just put the full 50 hours in still and just do it all on stuff that's actually making you money versus all the little HR or admin BS that comes with running the business, right? So again, if you want to do this and become a founder who tries to actually win with AI instead of getting behind because you chose not to touch it or just didn't want to deal with it, again, it's what I want to do. It's what I want to help you with. So if you're interested and you want to learn more, click the comment section down below. Tell me the things that you want to get insights and understanding of so I can help you. Again, AI is not necessarily the enemy. It is the action that is going to be the enemy into the outcomes that you could have given yourself, right? So be the one using it. Don't be the one that's not using it. So that way you're not sitting here getting further and further behind. Again, I hope this helps. It's a little bit of a monologue day. I really wanted to give you guys some inputs and insights on some stuff that was really in my head. And so I hope it was helpful. Talk to you guys later. See you in another video. Thanks.